Okay, here I have my cardboard liner. I'm going to close it up. This is a 10 by 10 by 10 liner. I'm going to take my tape and I'm going to close off the bottom. Now, I know you're saying, what's the big deal about closing off a box? Anybody can close off a box. The idea of packing fish boxes is to prevent them from leaking as much as possible. This cardboard box is not waterproof. It'll never be waterproof. The only thing we can do is make it slightly less likely to leak a lot of water out of it. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to tape 3 pieces over the center seal. Then I'm going to tape over the edges. Then I fold those edges in. Just like that. There I go on this side. Fold these edges in like that. Now, what I do is slightly different than a lot of people, is I then ring the bottom edge of the box. And I do this by sticking it around on the edge of my table here and just going around it like this. You know, this is probably overkill. This is probably overkill. But the whole idea is that if a little bit of water leaks, the tape, being plastic, might stop that water from coming out just a little bit. Alright, so here's our box. It's ready to go. Now, I'm going to put together my styro. Okay, this is a special kind of styro. These are panels that have been cut with tongue and groove so that they slip together pretty quickly and easily. So these are my side walls. There they go. They just snap together. Alright, like, well, what's this one? Oh, here we go. There it goes. They snap together like this. Now, this is not watertight. It's not waterproof. But it is better than panels that are not tongue and groove. Then I take my bottom, and it slips right on top like that. And then here's my box. Now I'm going to take my box and put it inside my and there it is, ready to go. Now I take my fish, I slip it down inside the box. Now I'm going to take a look. There is a lot of empty space around the outside of these bags. So I'm going to take it out, grab some more of my newspaper, and I'm going to lay newspaper over the box like this. I'm going to go straight down inside like that. That is now going to fill the void around the bags inside the box. I like to have some newspaper over top of the bags for the heat pack. Now I'm not going to, oh heck, yes I will. I'll go ahead and open the heat pack. It's just one heat pack. This is a 20-hour heat pack. I ship all my fish, especially this time of year, overnight. So I don't want to use a heat pack that is more than, say, 20 hours. I drop my fish off, or actually I have them picked up by FedEx in the late afternoons, usually by 3 or 4 o'clock. So they usually arrive at their destination before noon the next day. So a 20-hour heat pack is fine. Now I like the heat packs that have adhesive backs. So I can just peel this off right here. Because one thing that's not commonly known about heat packs is one side breathes oxygen and the other side does not. And in the adhesive packs, it's pretty easy to tell which is which. So now I'm going to take my top. I'm going to slap it on there. Now I'm going to press it down. Fits nice and snug. And now the box is ready to go. Now, you'll notice I did not tape the outside edges of this styro. you can do that. You can put the whole thing together with the outside the box and slip it down in there. But it's not going to make it waterproof. You can take Elmer's glue and you can put it inside the seams of all these joints on the styrofoam, and it's not going to make it waterproof. It'll make it more water resistant, but it's not going to be waterproof. The best way to waterproof your shipment is to make sure that you're triple bagged and you don't have a lot of pressure inside the bags. If you do that, it's very unlikely that the box will ever leak. So the last thing I'm going to do is repeat the process of taping up the tops and the corners and the sides that I did on the bottom. And then when I'm done, this pack would be ready for labeling and shipping, if I were actually going to ship it. But this one was just for your pleasure. Let's finish this video about packaging a box for shipping by talking a little bit about heat packs. A heat pack is designed to keep the temperature inside the box warmer than the environment around it, but they have their limits. The back of the pack itself tells you that if the temperature is 50 degrees, it's only going to increase the temperature 20 degrees inside the box. I can tell you from experience, the larger the box, the more difficult it is for that heat pack to keep the temperature up. I can also tell you that the more water there is in the box, the harder it is for the heat pack to keep up with the temperature inside the box. The last thing I can tell you from experience is that as the temperatures get lower, the heat packs work less efficiently and they can eventually burn out or stop producing heat altogether. Kind of like this cup of coffee. I take this cup of coffee and put it in a warm room, it's going to stay hotter longer. But if I take this cup of coffee and put it in a cold room, oh, pardon me, I'm thirsty. There we go. In a cold room, that coffee is going to cool off a lot faster. The same thing goes with the heat pack. For that reason, you should avoid shipping fish altogether when the temperatures outside, either where they're starting or where they're going, are colder than about 28 or 25 degrees Fahrenheit. If you're going to ship large boxes of fish, then you definitely want to wait for warmer weather, or you want to package them in several small boxes and use several heat packs. Think about one of these heat packs as being good for about 100 cubic inches of space to be really able to heat them effectively. Thank you for watching. I hope that this helped you learn about shipping fish. In a future installment of this series, I want to talk a little bit more about those styrofoam boxes that link together. A lot of you are probably already asking yourself, where can I get those? Well, I'll tell you. Till next time, thanks for watching Ted's Fish Room.